Alright. It is down to Cape Claw. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Tricky, let's feed you and get a refill of the grub tubs really fast. I don't want to be caught without these. I don't know how much more Tricky is going to be of use. I get the feeling that he's kind of hit the end of his rope. I don't think that he has any more skills. And for some reason, I'm just like, nah, I don't think that they're going to have me dig anymore. Maybe I'm imagining things. There's probably something further down the line for me to have to worry about. Ah, crap. I didn't mean to do that. Forgot that I don't have to cancel that menu out. Did this way? No, it was not this way. I'm getting myself, turned around already. Okay. You know, as much as, I don't know, it could be perceived as annoying here that I have to make yet another trip down to Cape Claw. Admittedly, the last trip that I made down to Cape Claw here was pointless. Well, it wasn't pointless. I got stuff out of it. But there were, like, the last time that I went to Cape Claw, I didn't have to. I could have, like, skipped Cape Claw in its entirety. But, because I'm coming back to it. In fact, there's a lot of, like, I probably could have cut out like 3 to 5 episodes of this entire series if I had known where I was going and what I was doing, which, you know, I would probably kind of have to, you know, play through this game on my own first to know exactly where on earth I'm going. I'll put it this way. I don't think that this game... I have rose-tinted glasses for this game. I think that that is the utter and complete truth of it. It is not as good of a game as I remember it being when I was young. It's still not a bad game, but I see a lot more of its flaws as an adult with a lot of game experience under my belt, you know. I can be so much more critical of the game, and that's not to be understood in a bad way either. But there are some games from this era of, you know, video game history that I will still readily go back and play. Chief among them is the original Luigi's Mansion. I still have... I have 2 copies of the original Luigi's Mansion for GameCube, and I will still occasionally go back and play through it. And I think one of the beautiful things about Luigi's Mansion is that you can play through that game in one sitting. It's not a short sitting, especially if you're not, like, speedrunning it or something. I think you can beat it in, like, 3 hours if you're a speedrunner. Which I've seen people do, you know, like Awesome Games Done Quick or Summer Games Done Quick or something like that. But... Okay. I could have sworn that there was some sort of a secret over here, and I don't remember what it was. I must be imagining something. Well... we'll bother with that some other time, I suppose. Right now... we got to get back up into the temple. But you can finish Luigi's Mansion in one sitting. And that, I think, is a very unique, magical thing about those early games where you could go back and you could play Banjo-Kazooie, and you can finish it in one sitting. But at the same time, like the first time you play through a game, like a lot of these games, they take, you know, like 40... 60, 80 hours to get through. I don't actually know what the average hour count was. I'm certain that they're still written on some of the old guard websites like IGN or GameSpot. Those have been around for so long. But, oh, heck, Game FAQs. Game FAQs is probably another option where you can find that stuff out. But, there's something unique and special about a lot of the older style video games where it was like, yeah, it would take you forever to get through them, but once you knew how to get through them, it actually took a very minimal amount of time if you were just capable of mastering the controls of the game. And you don't really see that with a lot of modern games. Even speedrunners being able to get through a game in a short amount of time basically demand wall hacking, if you will, you know? And don't get me wrong, wall hacking is fine. Do whatever you want to inside of single-player games. And there's a reason why there are different categories of speedruns as well, right? So, what I'm really thinking about is the fact that there are so many, there's so many games out these days that you zip right through them. Oh, crap, this again. Okay, alright, won't be too hard. This is a lot longer. Okay, you know what? Hang on. I'm gonna grab my phone. I'm gonna take a picture of this, because there's nothing like, you know, 21st century cheats against, you know, like a 20th century game. Or is it 22nd century cheats against a 21st century game? I don't remember. Hey, you stay there. Okay, well, I thought that he would hold the button down, but evidently that's not the case. So don't worry about it. I can do this now. We just don't really get video games anymore that their entire deal is that they're really fast and easy to play through. You know, once you master them. There are, like, I was thinking about 2016 Doom. Was it 2016? Oh my god, was it that long ago? It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been that long ago. 2016 Doom? Crap, man. Would you leave me be? But I remember wanting to watch someone speedrun that, because it seemed like an interesting game to watch someone speedrun, and then it was just a whole bunch of wall hacking, which, when wall hacking ends up being involved more than often than not, it's just kind of like, okay, I have to hit this one place legitimately. Whoa, wait, another token well? This is unexpected. I didn't expect, like, what? Huh? I thought I got them all.
20 scarabs, and I'll give you a cheap token.
Okay, beautiful. I wonder how many more I've missed. I'll have to, like, open up a guide to figure out how many more of these tokens exist. Not right now, maybe between episodes or something. Anyways. Whenever it comes to, like, wall hacking, like, what will almost always happen is someone, you know, it's basically playing through the game legitimately as much as you can until you hit a particular location where you can do the wall hacking. And then once you do that, it's just a matter of, like, kind of skipping across most of the level to reach the end. That's the way that it worked in Doom, at least. And I watched that and I was like, I'm just watching someone clip inside of the wall on every level. This is not fun, you know? This isn't, like, showing their capacity to, like, solve the puzzles in record time, placing themselves as perfectly as possible. I guess, like, no wall hacking and no cheating, essentially. Like, what qualifies as a cheat is a really, really broad concept, but, that's where I find the most fun, you know? Watching someone play through the game in a manner where it's like, yeah, like, this is something not easy to do, and I've spent hours perfecting my skill at it, type situation. That's what I like to see. Figuring out how to clip inside of a wall and jump across the level over and over, less so. So, I have my preferences. But, my whole point here is that, there's that evil door. I'm sorry, I've gotten completely distracted, but that evil door right there, it deceived me for way too long whenever I first did this. I don't even know where they want me to go here. I'll figure it out. What happened with, like, it was a movement, and you still kind of had a little bit of it here on the GameCube, variation. Let's talk to Slippy real fast. Come on, Fox, you've got this final spell stone, so hurry up and place it. This side of the temple is very similar to the other side. It's all things you've done before. Okay, so it's supposed to be a repeat of everything. We'll see whether or not the door's open. Probably not, because it's a repeat. Yeah, I just opened this door. Okay. So you have this situation with video games where it was like, yeah, we've got... Man, I'm having a really hard time forming my thoughts today. I'm so sorry. Can I actually shoot these things to get rid of them? Games used to be something that you could beat in a single sitting whenever you mastered them, okay? It may not be a super short single sitting, but it is like a not awful, not desperately long sitting either. You know, 6 to 8 hours. Yeah, sure, that's a long sitting, but it's also, you could totally do it in one day if you have the time. Totally understandable if that's not the case. It's like, I don't have the time for that because, you know, like I'm an adult or I got classes or something like that, you know? So it's totally reasonable. But we don't really get games that do that anymore, where it's like, yeah, this is an adventure and, you know, you can reach the other side of the adventure in no time whatsoever or whatever. And we just don't really get that a whole lot anymore, and I think that's one of the things that I love about the Nintendo 64 era, as well as this GameCube era. Like, it's touch and go, if you will, because it's not true for all games, but it's true for a pretty decent number of games, right? So, go ahead and check around the corner first. Okay. Oh, it's a sharp claw door. Woo! Okay, well, I'm not reaching that door this way. Then there's something special and beautiful about a game that will take you forever to beat the first time, and it takes you a little bit less time the second time. And without actually having to, like, figure out how to make your character fly or clip through a wall or something, you can still sit down and beat the game inside of 6 to 8 hours. And I mean, I think the most impressive speedrun that I've ever seen in my life that basically followed that rule set was the fact that Awesome Games Done Quick, they showed a speedrun of a 100%, yeah, it was a 100% Majora's Mask speedrun, Zelda Majora's Mask. That was incredible to see, where they did 100% of everything. They didn't skip anything. And I loved it. Like, that was incredible to see, because that was a game that took me so long to 100%, and to do that in like 3 or 4 hours on stream, if even that. Like, I don't think that it was 3 or 4 hours. I think it was less than that, but man, I loved it. I couldn't get enough of it. Like, I sat there mesmerized. I was super busy whenever that happened too, so I did not have the time to sit and watch it, and yet I did anyway. And that's something that doesn't really exist anymore. Like, at least not from the big games. And a lot of what I'm saying is contingent on that. It's like, yeah, the really, really big games, they're not fun for that reason, you know? Or something. Okay. Yeah, I have to douse the flames based on the color of the statue, or the color on the wall beneath the statue. No wonder they gave me such a long timer to get this done. So that should do you. We'll just sit and be patient because red is coming up next. I could hit it. If I could hit it. Nope, I can't hit it. The bottom of that. Oh my god, it actually worked? What do you mean it worked? That doesn't make any sense. I reminisce about the past a lot here, and I suppose that makes a certain amount of sense because I'm playing, you know, like, I'm playing an old game, you know? I'm playing an old game, why not reminisce about what once was as an old man? As much as I'm enjoying Star Fox Adventure here, it's not the same, you know? It's simply not the same. Yep, missed it. Okay, well, I'll work on my timing. At least there's more than enough time to actually get this right, and I'm not, like, completely and totally confused. I'm gonna consider that is good. Yep, it stopped. It's totally good. Alright, now we just gotta reposition myself. I'm so happy that I rediscovered how to use my first-person perspective to fix this up. Oh, man. Okay, well... Is he gonna bend over again? Yeah, okay. I need to be patient. I need to be patient. Just wait for it to turn 180 again. The tedium of waiting on puzzles and all that stuff. What I look forward to is finishing the game. I don't even know where I was going with that statement. Oh, Star Fox. You know, I really wish that there was more story available in the Star Fox universe. Right, I was talking about it last time, but I think I got a bit interrupted. But the latest rumor about if we get another Star Fox game is that, like, a lot of Star Fox games are specifically their creation is contingent on being able to do something unique or different with their game mechanics, and a lot of that, Nintendo being Nintendo, is directly tied to whether or not they have like a new gimmicky control scheme, you know, which actually makes it super surprising that we never got a Star Fox on the Wii. Yeah, we never got a Star Fox on the Wii. I don't think I've had that revelation until just now. But, you know, they're contingent on trying to do new and different things with their gameplay mechanics, and frequently that means, you know, they're using whatever special control scheme Nintendo has cooked up for their latest console. And the one thing that has been introduced to the Switch 2 that was not available for the Switch 1 is the fact that you can flip one of the Joy-Cons over on its side, and you can use it as a mouse. And, you know, when somebody started pointing that possibility out, I thought to myself, wow, that would really fall in line with the whole Star Fox only does things that are, like, new and different ever, because that is the entire purpose of it. We don't want to make a game franchise that actually is interesting to follow and play. Instead, its sole purpose is just to do new and fresh things, you know? Okay, what did I unlock here? Ah, another boost pad. And it's on the opposite side of the room than the boost pad showed up on the last round in this temple. So, that's the rumor going around. It's like, yeah, if we get another Star Fox, it's going to be built around the concept that you can have a mouse mode for one of the Joy-Cons. Which I'm not against, like, but at the same time, I think I've been pretty clear about my opinion on it thus far. I do not care for Star Fox to constantly try to do new things. I just kind of want new Star Foxes for the sake of it being a new Star Fox game. Yeah, I'm starved for, you know, more Star Fox, especially after the last one that we got, which was oh man. Well, so many people agreed that the control scheme was not good. You couldn't even force the game Star Fox Zero into a more familiar traditional control scheme. There's this problem that Nintendo has with trying to reinvent the wheel a lot, and it's just not necessary. But they do it anyway, and you can't really stop them from doing it anyway. So you just kind of, you know, meander along. How on earth would I even reach those power cells? It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not worried about it either, because it's like, yeah, what's the point? I don't see a point to it. You know, I don't need more power cells. I have 12. That's more than enough to venture out, and I don't need more power cells to go anywhere at this point. I don't think that I have to leave Dinosaur Planet again. I don't think it costs anything to leave Dinosaur Planet again, at least. You know, there were some buildings in the walled city that I wasn't able to get inside. There's a really good chance they're just gonna send me back there. Well, let's put the final spellstone in. Look at that. 4 of them, not all at once, coming out of Fox's back pocket. Ooh. Oh, look, they have hologram technology. We still don't have that here on Earth. Again, this doesn't make any sense. The pieces would not just arbitrarily go back. You'd need a force to put them back in.
Yeah! We did it, Fox! Guys, are you seeing this? Mission complete! What's going on? We've placed all the spell stones.
There must be more to it, Fox. Since you left Walled City, I've been studying your mission, and I've noticed there's something hidden at the top of that huge temple. It looks like a Krazoa shrine entrance.
Oh yeah, I could have told you that.
Oh, come on. Let's get back to the hollow.
Oh, the disappointment in his voice. Now you see, in a modern iteration of this game, they would just put you back at Thorntail Hollow. They wouldn't expect you to walk all the way back. In the older game, what is this? Yeah, just the dinosaur planet map. Yeah, I know how to reach Thorntail Hollow, Slippy. Thank you very much. I don't need that extra information. It's fine. It's cool. Don't worry about it. There is one thing that I think I've forgotten while I was hanging out here the last time that I came to Cape Claw. It is like earlier I was walking around a dock near like a wooden ramp, and I was like, I could swear that I forgot something, and I could swear that there is a destructible wall there and another cheat token well. I swear there has to be, because I remember it being over there. And the only way to get into it would be with the cannon over there, because I don't have explosives. I'm kind of like getting, like, to some degree, like I've been playing other video games where it's like, yeah, you have dynamite as a weapon, and I keep having to remind myself, no, you're not playing that other game, you're playing this, in which you do not have dynamite. It should be that wall right over there or so, I think. Can I get it the first try? There you go. Okay, I was not imagining. I remember going through this game whenever I was young, and I had to follow guides to find all of the hidden stuff, so I have a strange mind for the things that I can and cannot remember. Here we go.
Throw me 20 scarabs, and I'll give you a cheat token.
Sure, I'll go ahead and feed you. It's not like I have a use for scarabs past this point anyway, just huck all of them into cheat token wells. Alright, cool. I have a buttload of tokens now. And the way I see it, I'll probably continue on. What is it? I got 4 out of 6 Krazoa spirits at this point, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head to the well just before the final boss. I think that's the way that I'm gonna do this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through the well. I don't know if the puzzles in there are gonna be like crazy for me. What I do know is that the cheat tokens go in the well. I don't know if the cheat tokens are necessary to complete the well, but for some reason I think I remember that they were necessary to get through the well. We'll find out eventually. I mean, there's a half-decent chance that you guys are going to be able to tell me, you know, like, that is or isn't necessary, or that it does or doesn't work that way in the comments before I've even recorded the episode. That's just the way that it be, yo. Also, for that matter, any of you who are coming along and watching this stuff, if you have comments or opinions on a game that you'd like to see me play through in the future, please voice them. I want to hear comments. Like, I want to see them. I do read them all. Like I've said before, there aren't a lot of comments coming through on these videos, so hit the like button too. You know, engagement of all forms is greatly appreciated. And of course, watching this in just a non-stop long-form video, well, playing the playlist is a great option. It's a wonderful thing. Give it a shot. Why not? Give it a try. Enjoy the wonder of my smooth, sultry voice speaking in your ear for hours on end as a sleep aid. It's a little bit like white noise. Do you get me? You might not. Okay, so, I don't think... I might run around and grab some more scarabs whenever I get back to, Thorntail, because all of the scarabs under the rocks and whatnot will have respawned, so why not grab them while I'm here? But at the same time, I don't know whether or not I'm gonna need scarabs again. If I don't know. Should I? I think I'm gonna do it, even though I'm, you know, 9/10 positive that the game's not gonna demand me to spend money on anything again. Despite the fact that they gave me the really, really big wallet.
Fox, something is not right. The walled city has not yet returned to the planet. My husband is still stuck up there. You did return all of the spell stones.
Of course, but wait. The spirits. They must have something to do with it.
You're right. Without all the spirits, the magic cannot be channeled back into the planet.
Your boss said to return to the walled city. There must be a shrine we've yet to find.
That is an interesting restatement of a bunch of information that we already just learned. And Tricky just restated... He was just stating a confused point where it's like, wait a minute, you just said that you knew that there was a shrine in that city because you're a Thorntail. Thorntail. Or is he... He's not a Thorntail, he's an Earthwalker. How... Why is it that I've only just suddenly remembered this detail? My mind may be like a steel trap for details on a game that I played once 20 years ago, but it is not a steel trap in any way, shape, or form for other details that I heard just 5 minutes ago. More like 30 to 60 minutes ago, but who's counting? Not chat, because you don't actually... I called to chat right now. I am not streaming. Oh my word. I have my ups and my downs. Alright.
Wait for me!
Okay, so I'm not interested in lifting up all of those rocks because it's a boring and tedious process. I'm just going for the stuff that I think is going to have larger scarabs in it. And I haven't really messed around with this little cliff over here, so we'll just grab a couple of the things out of the crates and the baskets, and then we'll hop back into the R-Wing and we'll find our way back out to the walled city. Oh, give me a break. Just a single? Please tell me that this is a... Good. Okay, there we go. Fivers are really all that I'm trying to grab right now. I don't want to I don't want to get anything else. It's not worth it, in my opinion. Okay, so there's nothing much... There's nothing up here for me. Just not even health in that crate. Okay, that's fine. Wait a minute. Was there not a... Yeah, there was. Okay, that was just food. I was expecting it to be scarabs, but I'm not gonna complain. Alright, let's hit the road. I have 12 energy cells, and I don't think it's gonna cost me any energy cells to reach the walled city again. Just wait on the animation. Man. Still wish that we got more games like Star Fox Assault with a lot of the rough edges sanded down, rather than just nothing. Okay, so Dragon Rock, Dark Ice Mines, Walled City.
Hurry, Fox! There must be another Krazoa shrine hidden within the walled city. When you land, go directly to the King Earthwalker. He should be able to tell you where to start looking. Peppy out!
Fly through 7 gold rings to open the Gatekeeper's force field.
Alright, do you think that I'll be able to do this on the first try? Unlike what happened whenever I went to whatever that previous place was? I can't remember its name. I think I'll be able to get through this no problem. This feels like this feels like it's going to be a cakewalk by comparison. Nothing to worry about. I played a I played a Star Fox-like game, you know, like just a rail shooter, and it was like it's got anthropomorphic creatures in it and everything. It feels so much like the entire purpose of it is to just be like, well, if you won't make a Star Fox, I'll make a Star Fox myself. And it made me realize how limited, like I actually did an entire review about it. It didn't do very good numbers because like nobody wants to hear about indie games. If they do, that's a surprise to me. According to, if I was to just look at YouTube numbers, nobody cares about an indie rail shooter. Or maybe it's just me being really, really bad about my advertising. Oh yeah, cakewalk. Total cakewalk.
You did it, Fox! The force field is down! It's safe for you to land! Slipping out!
Alright, new high score there. Not bad. But that like small indie game that was like a Star Fox like, definitely made me realize how limited rail shooters are for what they can offer. It's a bit of a shame. Oh, we don't get to talk to the Earthwalker right away. Okay, where is he? Ah, okay, he's just at the top of the temple. That's cool. Hello, King.
Fox, on behalf of Dinosaur Planet, I thank you for returning the Spellstones to their rightful place.
For what good it did? If you didn't notice, you're still stuck up here in this floating rock.
By removing the Spellstones, Scales caused our planet to tear apart. Returning the stones has stopped the flow of magic energy, but only by the power of the Krazoa spirits will the floating lands return.
Seems like we both have our reasons for finding the last of the spirits. The Queen said I could find one here in the city. So where is it?
The spirit will be revealed once both the Sun and Moonstones are returned to the temple.
Oh, and you just thought it would be a great idea to not do that yourself? Okay, well, I suppose this will just start over here?
Your goal may seem close, but the answer is not always so clear.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Maybe I stop here, because this may take longer than I want it to. I will see you guys in the next episode for the adventure that they have in front of us. Bye.